Start off. Hello everybody, welcome to the live session. I am Dr. Madhusudan from Indo-American Hybrid Seeds. Myself will be talking about tray gardening and different aspects of growing plants in trays, their compatibility and their how to grow them and how to arrange them and other aspects. So I am helped by Mr. Ravi Kumar, who is an expert here with us. He'll be showing exactly how the plants are to be planted and the growing tips and all will be showing you. And I am with Miss Madhura, who is presently helping us in making this video. To start with, let us know about the Indo-American hybrid seeds. So Indo-American hybrid seeds was started by our founder chairman Dr. Manmohan Attawar. He is only Padma Shri awardee in India in horticulture sector. So he started this company in 1965 with a vision. So our company basically concentrates at hybrid seeds of various vegetables, field crops and other aspects, and horticultural aspects also have been a very integral part from the beginning of the existence of this company. Okay, so this is about us. Our founder chairman Manmohan Attawar, as long as he lived, he strived for the excellence in the field, and we have taken a feather of his hat, and we are trying to continue his work. So uh, we our most basic concern will be the quality of the plants that we serve to the people, and that's where we stand one of the best in India. So this is myself. I am Dr. Madhusudan here. I am working as a production manager, and I've been working here for 4 years, and I've done my PhD in botany, and I have around 20 years of experience in growing plants. So with this, let us start the tray gardening. So basically, this tray gardening is just a community plant gardening. So when you are growing plants in pots, say like if there's a pot with one single plant and people get bored of looking at it, and like that's where this tray gardening comes to thing, and try to grow them. There can be a system, or there can be a definite way of doing it. So I'll be talking about those aspects. So basically, selection of plants becomes very important in tray gardening. That is, you cannot mix like temperate plants, tropical plants, arid plants all together. So when you decide on doing a tray gardening, you should be very much aware what type of tray gardening you want to do. So today we'll be doing our tray garden with tropical plants. So you can replicate the same with temperate plants or even arid uh, plants. So this is about the plant. So I always suggest people just to do a little homework. Like if this is spathiphyllum there. This is spathiphyllum. It is a bushy perennial flowering plant. So for anybody who wants to grow this plant in a tray or anywhere, it will be best when a gardener does a little bit of homework, that what kind of plant it is, what kind of requirements that it needs for its growth and development. So once you have this little information in with you, so you can gather similar plants with similar requirements, and that's where the compatibility of the plants can be adjusted or can be brought together. So so once you have a compatible plants, next is how to arrange the plants. So yes, the beauty is the eyes of the beholder. We all know the famous quote, but there is a systemic way. When you do it, most of the tray gardens will be very beautiful. So you have to stratify any tray garden. That is, if you have a, here you can see it is a 1.5 feet tray. So I have the tallest plant here is Spathiphyllum, which can be around 1 feet tall. And we have the next strata, that is this Dieffenbachia at say 6 inches. And next strata is our Scindapsus at 4 inches. And next is the base, that is Fittonia. It's hardly around 3 inches from the level of the pot. So like this, if you see, there are 4 strata in this pot. And if you observe keenly, the tallest plants should be always behind or towards one corner, and you can have the subsequent taller, no, shorter plants in the sequence, either from top to front, means back to front, or towards left to right, or right to left. So that's no, where you can have a different plants at different level. And next is uh, the the depth of the whole garden. So the depth of the whole garden can be increased by having different shapes of the leaves, or different colors of the leaves, or different, you know, flowers in the tray. Say if this Spathiphyllum has a wide and longer leaf, and if this also has a similar kind of leaves, so we should have, but here the color is the variable. Here if you see, again color is variable and the size of the leaf is variable. Here the shape of the leaf is different, the color is different, and again here if you see Syngonium, the leaf shape and the color is different. So although all these plants are in one pot, you can see the variety of colors, shapes, all being together, so that gives that extra depth in the vision. So this is about selection of plants. First is, as I told, the conditions in which all the plants grow. All the plants should have the similar requirements. And next is different plants with different characters which can grow together at different levels. So these two aspects will be very important. So whenever you do tray gardening, and depending on the favorite plants or choice of plants, you can do any kind of tray gardens. You can add stones, you can add wood logs, you can add driftwoods. You can add old antiques, you can add uh, anything which you feel that look good, goes good with the plants. So that is about arrangements of the plants. So the next what we'll be doing is the how to grow them, how to plant these aspects, the plants. So we have planted this tray for you. So what I've asked our expert Ravi Kumar, so he will show you how to plant it. So like you can observe. So we have taken one ceramic pot, a oval ceramic pot. We have filled the base with the media, and we have selected few plants which will be adding. You can just observe how it is done. So first is selected Spathiphyllum here. Yes. So without disturbing the root system, we have placed Spathiphyllum in one corner, so that we have all the rest of the pot vacant. Dieffenbachia, it adds more color. So we'll be adding a Boston fern here. So Boston fern will give a nice green feather-like leaves that adds to the So here in this 1.5 feet ceramic bowl, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, almost 8 different plants are there, and you can do or replicate like this, or depending on the availability of the plants, you can do like this. I will show another thing. We are adding ZZ plant or Zamia. See, just two plants, 8-inch pots, and two plants and a complete, a bouquet kind of look. So here again I have used Neoregalia bromeliad and Zamia. Zamia is a kind of very hardy plant which can take both more of water and less of water. The Neoregalia, again, you can just water in the cup of the plant so that they can be happily together. So like this we have done in ceramic pots. You can also do in plastic trays like this. You can see we have added Syngonium, Scindapsus, Dieffenbachia. Very inexpensive plants, very good looking and very easy to do thing. So this is about how to plant the tray gardens. Next is how we can, means what are the ways, like what are the grow tips of this plant. So as I told, selection of the plants is the most you can no matter. So selection of the plant is most important aspect of tray garden. So once you have selected the righteous plants, that is the compatible plants, then your half of the job is done. So the next comes, what are the requirements of the plants. So most of the plants, these foliage plants, are very fast growing ones. So you need to have a sharp cicature. So cut off all the dried leaves as and then, and these plants grow in tropical rainforests where the humidity levels will be pretty high throughout the year, most of the time. So if you are living in a area where with an AC, the entire area will be made dry with the AC conditions. So in AC conditions, these plants what I have selected might not do well, but yes, if you can maintain the humidity levels anything above than 50%, these plants will thrive. And yes, once the humidity is there, then their requirements again drops to the next half. 2 days once watering, that too, like to the touch, the top layer of the media should be dry. So once if you find the top layer media is dry, then you can water only that much so that the water doesn't flows off from the drainage holes. And then once a while, if the condition is too hot and dry, you can just have a sprayer and spray them. Just a small spray should do, and make sure that you are using RO water or a water with very minimal TDS, and the pH should always be less than 6 and more than 5.5, which is very important for most of the garden plants. In a garden where you get only the east facing sun, and still you have some green cover where the temperature is always less, you can still keep it outside or indoor conditions. Yes, thank you very much for having me, and hope you have been useful to you, and happy gardening.